Yo, what's up guys, it's Jack and welcome back to another video. And earlier today, it seems, I've been watching some YouTube videos earlier today, so apparently it seems that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered has all pretty much but been confirmed, and it appears that it's probably going to come out in 2019. Robert Bowling, who was the community manager in Infinity Ward back in the day during the Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 days, he was basically like the David Vonderhaar before David Vonderhaar became known as he is now. But basically, he cared a ton about the game before everything started happening. I mean, he cared regardless. I mean, he stuck around obviously after Modern Warfare 2, and there was sometime after Modern Warfare 3 or whatnot when he left, or whatever happened. Don't exactly remember specifics, but he's a guy that cared about the community's opinions, and he cared about the game. And unfortunately, there wasn't much he could do about patching Modern Warfare 2 apparently. And but the thing is, apparently he DM'd a fan on Twitter that was asking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I guess, and he basically said that he definitely sees it coming, and by the time 2019 hits, it's going to be what is it? It's going to be like the 10-year anniversary for that game, and it's all but been confirmed. So, and it is very likely, and there have been whispers for a long time, even before this came out. So, the way I look at it is, I can see why there will be people out there that are excited, and at the same time, it's like a 50-50 thing. The most they could ever please is half of the audience. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm a developer or if I'm anything, I never want to settle for 50-50. I always want to go for the most that I possibly can. And even if you want to go down to school grading, a 50% is a fail. So you don't want to make a game, or you don't want to do anything to please only half the people. You want to try to get as majority of the people on board as you can. Now, obviously, half is better than none, but still, when you're talking about things like sales, and when you're talking about trying to attract the most people possible, half is not good. And the reason why I'm sticking with this whole half thing and this whole 50-50 thing that I'm talking about is because, well, there's two versions of this that they could release, and only one of the two can get released, and that is the Modern Warfare 2, the way that we've always had it, which is basically a whole bunch of chaos with just upgraded visuals. Okay, the unpatched one-man army noob tubes, the setups that are, incredibly cheesy, the imbalances and the chaos and stuff like that. I mean, it's broken how easy it is to get a nuke, and how the game also can ridiculously reward camping, tac insertions all over the place, all sorts of crazy things, right? And let's not forget, Modern Warfare 2 today will never be like the Modern Warfare 2 when it was first released, ever. Because, first of all, this was 10 years ago. The community itself has evolved since then, too. It hasn't been Call of Duty that's evolved, in a sense, and that has changed, and the way it's played, the way it's built, and how the community plays games in general now, as opposed to back then. And remember, Xbox Live back then was only like, what, 5 years old when Modern Warfare 2 came out, somewhere along those lines. So this was way back in the day, and things were a lot different. Now, if they were to release a game that was exactly like it was back then, with everything being exactly the same except for the visuals themselves, at best, only half the community is going to like it, because we have been used to a certain criteria and a certain quality when it comes to Call of Duty. And if it's not good, there's going to be tons of backlash, and there's going to be all sorts of different things that are said. So there's also the other side to the story, to where they can give us the Modern Warfare 2 that we've always wanted but never got. In other words, a patched Modern Warfare 2 that never happened, because there was a whole fallout with the original Infinity Ward that ended up leaving, and it became Respawn Studios, and there was very few of the people that remained and stayed with Infinity Ward, and the majority of them left, if not all. So the thing is, they would release a updated visuals Modern Warfare 2. They could also release an updated visual version of Modern Warfare 2 that's patched. Now the question is, what and how much patching are they, like? how would they alter the game from its original state? How much would they do that? Because at the same time, if you were to do that, there's a lot of risks. In other words, there's going to be people that are going to be upset because it's not going to feel so much like Modern Warfare 2. It's just going to have a Modern Warfare 2 paint job and play differently, which will, to a certain degree, piss a lot of people off. And at the same time, it'll make half of the audience happy because, again, we've been accustomed to it. But there is that minor chance that maybe everybody might go along with it, but at the same time, has the entire Call of Duty community ever fully gone along with any game? I mean, every single Call of Duty that has been released, that has been either a good Call of Duty or a bad Call of Duty, I don't think there's a single Call of Duty that has been that has had 100% community support from the fans. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, like for instance, when I went to the World War II premiere, I met fans that are extremely passionate Call of Duty fans, but they absolutely hate Treyarch games. And it surprised the hell out of me when they said that. And I've met a lot of fans that absolutely loved and adored Ghosts. You know, when you listen here on YouTube, or when you listen to the majority of the community on social media and all like that, a lot of them will say that Treyarch is the best and Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the worst CODs ever made. So you'd be really, really surprised of what you will find at anywhere at certain places. And the thing is, what's been apparent, and I realized it right then and there, is that the Call of Duty, it pretty much confirmed to me that the Call of Duty community has never been completely in sync and in total agreement with everything. So that's part of the curse as well. That's why it's so hard to make a good Call of Duty game. I mean, it's simple, but yet at the same time it's so hard because you've got people that love certain things and hate certain things, and Call of Duty and you got 3 developers as well, which has added to that confusion, if you will, in a sense. So when you look at it from every single angle, I mean, with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, they can only make half of us happy at most, unless they're extremely lucky and everything that they implement in terms of change ends up being something that the people like. But like I've said before, just now, is that we've never really been in total 100% agreement in terms of, you know, what a good Call of Duty is and what a bad Call of Duty is, and what makes a good Call of Duty, and what we like and what we don't like. And because there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't like that a lot of other people do like. So it's going to be a 50-50 thing, and it all depends on what they implement, if anything. If they just upgrade it visually and make it, you know, and make it so that way it's obviously not easily hacked or whatnot, at least not in the beginning. I don't know. I mean, I personally would not be excited for such a thing, and I wouldn't really get it myself, especially since I started taking Call of Duty seriously after with Black Ops 1 and forward after that. So, but if they make changes like, let's say, I don't know, don't let tac insertions, you know, take place in free-for-all, so that way you help with the boosting or whatnot. Fix one-man army noob tubes. You know, let's not forget that the way the maps are built as well. And you know, back in the day, the maps weren't as 3-lane as they are now. So that's another thing as well. Is it going to be campy as hell? Granted, I didn't play Modern Warfare 2 long enough in order for me to get a complete feel of the game, but going back, when I just look at it now, every once in a while I'll watch gameplay of it. Or I'll go back and watch old Sandy Ravage videos, for instance, or old XCal videos, and I'll look at it and it's like, well, I'm not sure about everything. And again, I haven't gotten my hands on it on the game, and I don't really want to either, as how hacked it is and how broken it is. I've had some people in my stream and in my comments say that it's not that bad, and that one-man army noob tubes aren't that bad, but there's many things. There's the crazy shotgun secondaries and just how powerful they are. I mean, it's there's a lot of chaos. It's basically, if Advanced Warfare was the most chaotic advanced movement Call of Duty, then Modern Warfare 2 would be the most chaotic boots on the ground Call of Duty. And that's another thing that I think will should open up our eyes. It's like, whether a game is boots on the ground or not, it can still be chaotic depending on how it's implemented. So those are basically my thoughts on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and when and if that comes to fruition. And it all depends on what they change beyond the visuals, really. I mean, it's a discussion that will make this video a whole lot longer, but this is where my mind is headed, and you know, and for those people that are really excited for it, I'm really happy for you. It's really good that, you know, that at least a certain part of the Call of Duty community is happy, but I have a feeling that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered may not be for everybody, especially that the game is old, and especially depending on what they do with it beyond visuals. So that's where my train of thought is at, and I just wanted to get that out there because it's all been confirmed that it's probably going to come out in 2019, and the next Infinity Ward game is coming out in 2019. So there you go. Well, let me know what you guys think. What are your opinions? And yeah, let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. So, and as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. And if you enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.